And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the New York Mets taking on the Athletics. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about set to go. And our starting pitcher here today, Joey Estes. What do we have on him?
Yeah, he battled through 7 innings last time out. He pitched well enough to get the win thanks to that offense. He'll look to turn in another quality start in this one.
Here's Francisco Lindor.
Leading off with the Mets, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Fastball in for a strike, and this one is off and running. Lindor swings through that one. Okay. And down on strikes. And there's one down.
Just blown away in that at-bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. Wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at-bat like that as a hitter other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Here's Jesse Winker.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
Winker needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers. Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Here's Juan Soto. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Tags the runner for 1, and that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. And the A's will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Back here with my pal Singy, and on the hill today, David Peterson. What do we need to know here?
A really good outing for him last time. Scattered 2 runs, was attacking hitters, getting ahead in the count. Great performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder, Esteury Ruiz. That one fouled off. And strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Center field. Siri in position. And there's one away. Take a look at the lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Shea Langoliers.
Well, this club has started to lean on him. He's got 10 RBIs in his last 10 games. So this is a guy, when you need some momentum, got some runners on, you want him at the plate. He's been clutch, and he's been delivering big time.
Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson. Just
no, that missed. That's a ball. 1-0.
In there at the knees, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
Swing and a ground ball. Mauricio throws to first in time.
Batting third, designated hitter,
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Brent Rooker. Up the middle. On the run, throw to first. What a play. Inning over. And 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Scoreless after 1. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos. Estes back to work. Right through there for a strike. There's a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. And that's a foul ball. Kicks and fires. And a sweeper misses for a ball.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Corrals it. 1 down.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Pete Alonso.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Alonso goes 6 feet 3 inches, 245 pounds, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. On the ground. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Batting sixth.
Well, that grounder up the middle made it a little more challenging than a routine ball right at him, but it's definitely a play you expect to make as a middle infielder, and I'm sure he wants that one back, but for now, he's just got to get ready for the next one, make a play.
1 down. Here's the catcher. Runner takes off. Fly ball down the line. Butler. Long run on his horse. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Man at first, 1 away. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Got a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. And a foul ball. And that one is lifted in the air. Ruiz under it. And makes the grab. And that is that. Mets lead 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And we're back. And now Shea Langoliers. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller. Good at framing. But it's that big arm that really stands out. Line drive, base hit. And a good start to the inning. Lawrence Butler getting ready to hit. Went deep in the ball game last night.
Butler.
On the outside corner, 0-1.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it. When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
Down the left field line, base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
And for him, that's 2 solid weeks with a hit in every game. I mean, he's run his hitting streak to 14, and let me tell you, that's no easy task. This guy's grinding out at bats. He's figuring out ways to put the ball in play and just as well do it with some authority.
Here's Miguel Andujar. Lifted in the air, right center field. Soto gets under it, and it's caught for the out.
Batting 7th, first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom.
So up next, Tyler Soderstrom. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
Hit on the ground might be 2. To Mauricio for 1. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the 3rd inning. Ronnie Mauricio now. Mauricio matched a homer in his last game. Fouled off left side. Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2. That one missed.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Smoked on the ground to second. In plenty of time to first, and one away in the top of the 3rd.
Batting 9th, center fielder, Jose Siri.
And now it's Jose Siri. Good power, not great in the OBP department. And he grounds one back up the middle. A dive. Nice stop. And very nicely done for the out.
Well, you can see right there, he looks very comfortable going to the backhand. Nice diving stop. Gets up to complete the play. That'll fire the team up for sure.
Back to the top of the lineup. And now it's Frankie Lindor. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
It's 0-1.
Ball one there.
That's down.
2 outs, base is empty. And there's a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Lined into right. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing for the Mets, and we are still scoreless.
Trust me when I tell you, no exceptions to the rule. Bringing blessings when I move. Special, I'm an essence, I'm a brew. I'm lessons, I'm written long.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Baseman, Gio Urshela.
That one way outside, and that's ball 1. Ripped on a line. He's got it. And there's one away.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Zach Geloff will hit next. Swings and misses. That's strike 1.
Just a bit tardy there. Not
one
sure
strike.
if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Fought off foul. Now a screamer into the outfield. Siri snags it. 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder, Ruiz.
So the lineup flips over. Yuri Ruiz now at the plate. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
1-1.
Still tied at 0. Last of the third.
Nope, that's outside. Ball.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Over to first. 3 up, 3 down. Inning over. Nothing doing there for the A's. Still no score. As we go to the top of the fourth. Now the number 2 hitter, Jesse Winker. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. That one's in there. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Right fielder, Juan Soto.
And now it's Juan Soto. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful
0-1.
when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Pitches in for a strike. 0-2.
0-2.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Ooh, he missed a mistake right there.
1 down, base is empty. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Go ahead run on base. Mark Vientos. Oh, that drilled him. The throw is still in time. He keeps his composure and they get the out. Definitely some concern here. That ball came back and got him right on the pitching arm, as you can see him trying to shake it off.
And if nothing else, you worry about him getting some dead arm and losing some feeling. But from what I can tell, I think they're going to let him continue, and that's a really good sign.
2 outs. On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. 4th inning underway. No score.
That's a ball.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Got him looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. No score. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. And the batter now, Jacob Wilson.
Number 5.
Line drive. Makes the catch for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle of the base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Singy, he squared that one up in a big way. So let's take another look at it with StatCast. Deadhead assemble!
Just incredible power in this swing as it came off the bat at 117 miles per hour. He saw it all the way. Really good weight transfer and just demonstrated some exceptional bat speed with that swing. Man, impressive.
Rooker leads off first with one away. In the dirt. Tag, safe at second. And good hustle to move up. That's a wild pitch.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
And there's a ball. Runner at second here, one gone. Ground ball up the middle. Two gone now.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned, and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Slow ground ball to the right side, but that rolls foul. Two outs and a runner at third. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Base hit! And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Well done, drives in the run. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
So two down, and here is Miguel Andujar. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off. The next offering misses. 1-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Just misses. Ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
He goes down looking. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 1-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Estes back to work. Fouled off down the right side.
Well, these Mets, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
So up next for New York, Brandon Nimmo. Foul ball there.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
And now it's even up.
Ball.
Swinging a foul straight back. One down, base is empty. Good job to fight that one off.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Wilson hooks it away for the out. 2 down. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio. Grounded out his first time up. Mauricio in his second season, 23 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one's in there, and the count 1-1. And a base hit into right center field. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, center fielder, Jose
Here's
Siri.
the center fielder, Jose Siri. Grounded out his first time. There's the strike. Next offering is fouled back. A's leading by a run. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And he makes the catch. And that's the third out. Mets strand 1. They still trail 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
You know, these Athletics, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've been lining the ball all over the ballpark, and unfortunately, sometimes it's right into a glove. But still, they've hit 9 line drives so far, and that's something they should feel very good about.
Now one missed.
Speaking of those line drives, you can't get too discouraged when they don't drop in for you. It's important to remember that you pretty much did everything right, and that's just baseball sometimes.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Now here's Gio Urshela.
Third baseman, Gio Urshela.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Brings it in. And there's 2 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
So 2 down now, and here is Zach Geloff. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Makes the grab. Nice play after the long run. And that'll do it. And we're back. All set for the top of the 6th. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Strike 2. The shortstop
1-2.
takes the ball. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Hit on the ground to the right side. Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. No throw, and he reaches safely. Not sure if too many people have been paying attention to it quite yet, Singy, but that extends his hit streak to 11 now.
Well, I know he knows about it, even if a lot of our viewers don't. And this is when it's clear it's no fluke. 11 games in a row. Man, that's when even the hitting coach starts to leave you alone. You're going so good that nobody wants to mess it up.
And there's one down. Juan Soto now, 1 for 2.
Juan Soto.
And that is out of play. Estes throws over. Lindor back in there. Out to center. Ruiz has this one sized up. Calls it in, 2 away. And now it's Mark Vientos. 0 for 2 in this one. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Just missed.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
With the tying run on at first, and we're the top half of the 6th. Late swing fouled off. Got him looking. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the A's 1 and the Mets nothing. Next to hit, Esteury Ruiz.
Center fielder, Esteury Ruiz.
And that one is in for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Slice down the right side. That's hard hit on the line. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, number 5.
Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Sends it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
2 down, base is empty. Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. makes the play, and it's out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We're through 6 full. It's the A's 1 and the Mets nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Pete Alonso.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
And that one fouled off.
You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
Next offering is in for a strike. Got it! And he's up to 7 strikeouts. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch-out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Tap foul at the plate.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Ripped to right. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
Brandon Nimmo digs in now. Clips the outside corner. That's strike 1. And a fastball clips the outside corner for a strike.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you, even with pitches outside the zone.
And that one is inside ball 1. Liner to second and picked on the hop. To first. It's there, and that's a great play. Another scoreless inning, and now that's 7 shutout frames. It's the A's 1 and the Mets nothing. So they turn things over to the righty, Sean Reed Foley.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. And first offering is fouled off. To third. Tosses to first. And a quick out number 1.
Now batting, right fielder, Lawrence.
Now it's the right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Alvarez pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Miguel Andujar.
Next up for the A's, Miguel Andujar. Foul ball. A changeup missing, and the count is 1-1. On the ground to third. tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. A's go quickly and quietly there, but they're on top 1-0. And we're back. Here's the second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio. Estes back to work. And fouled off. That one misses, and 1-1. Late swing, foul to the left.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Jose Siri getting ready to hit. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Popped up. Yellow. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. 1 for 3. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Joey Estes will depart. Really solid performance out of him as he leaves with a slim lead. We'll take a break. New arm when we get back. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Tyler Ferguson.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Splits the plate, strike 1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Right through there, got it. And the Mets go 1-2-3. Mets go down quickly, still behind by a count of 1-0.
Now pitching to the
They
New
hand the
York
ball
Mets.
over to a new arm, Daniel Nunez.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Well, 1-run game, and here's the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom. And it's fouled away. Nunez, in his second season, he features a slider, a four-seamer, a sinker, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Siri makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman,
Gio Urshela to the plate. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Tosses to first. Urshela is out.
Now batting, second baseman, Zach Geloff.
So digging in, Zach Geloff.
Yeah, you know it's me. You can't stop my shine. I'm just doing me. Yeah, I'ma take a pick.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
No balls,
Stirring
1
in the
strike.
bullpen for the Mets. A.J. Minter appears to be getting loose. Young also throwing. Close
Nope,
one,
ball.
doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
He's mixing his pitches really well, late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Line drive, base hit. And that extends the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And now the center fielder, Yuri Ruiz. Taps softly third base side, a swinging bunt, throws to first in time, and that will end the inning. The A's strand one. They lead it 1-0.
Now pitching for the
We're
A's.
back, and on the mound is the closer,
Number 19.
Mason Miller.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and you see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Well, one-run game. Jesse Winker up now for the Mets. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And another ball facing a closer that delivers big-time velocity.
Well, normally against a big arm with this kind of velocity, you look for the ball down because the fastball up is a little hard to catch up to. But he's shown really good plate discipline by not offering at that last pitch down.
Pumps in a strike, and now 3-1 the count. And a swing and a miss there.
Count is full.
Got it! And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Don't see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
Soto in the box now, takes strike one. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Strike two.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Oh, can't get out of the way of the fastball, and that's going to sting. He had two strikes on him, and he hit him. Substitution being made at first, and here's the pinch runner, Tyrone Taylor. And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw to second, and he's out.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Trying to close out a one-run lead here at the top of the ninth. That one at triple digits.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Got it! And that's the ball game.
Well, when you reel off 8 wins in a row, you're this close to double digits, and now all of a sudden it's a challenge within a challenge to get 2 more wins to get to 10. But there's definitely a high level of confidence that this team is playing at right now, and that's one of those things. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to disturb things. Make sure the clubhouse is giving you the same good food it's been giving you all along, and you can keep this win streak going.
The final 1-0. The A's are victorious. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.